Welcome to CEPEC News, produced by Clean Energy TV, sponsored by Carbon Assets. Today we have in the studio Melvyn Solomon, CEO of Carbon Assets and the creator of CEPEC. Hello Melvyn.
Hello Kirsty.
So Melvyn, let's start with why you decided to launch CEPEC.
Well, the thing is, as a business, we go to a lot of conferences and we also speak at them, both here and around the world. And having been to quite a few, I saw what I call a gap in the market, which was really to do a conference which, instead of just talking about government policy and talking about what may or may not happen in terms of projecting the future, we wanted to do a conference that really focused on the investment itself. So in other words, the case studies which look at the returns, which look at the figures to see, the mistakes that had been made, and really something that people could learn from. So really, it's a slightly different kind of concept to a lot of the conferences people are used to going to. But if it's your job to invest in investments on behalf of clients, using other people's money, then obviously you have a responsibility to really understand what makes a good investment. And this is what we wanted to do. It was really to look at the people who look after the money and to have them look at the real sort of detail of the investment. And that's what we're going to be doing.
So Melvyn, why should investors come to CEPEC?
Well, investors should come to CEPEC really to sharpen their skills. We've created an environment where you have lots of different technologies representing projects represented from energy efficiency to wind, solar, biomass, and it's all there under one roof, and it's a great opportunity to learn from the experience of others, which is really the best way to learn.
So who will they meet there?
Well, we'll have about 150 senior decision makers from private equity houses and venture capital companies, investment managers, private investors, high net worth investors, and they'll all be able to come and mix and meet with them, and effectively it'll be a lot of people that they wouldn't have met before because they're coming from different parts of the world as well as the UK.
So Melvyn, you mentioned that this is a case study-led conference. So what kind of case studies can delegates expect to hear?
Well, there's the ones that people are quite familiar with, such as the big wind projects and the solar projects and concentrated solar and some of the new developments within existing technologies. But then there's also within the clean tech, there's some more interesting things going on. So, for example, we've got coming a representative from Renewable Tech Ventures, who've effectively invested in a company which is in near Salt Lake City called Solid Carbon, and they capture carbon, and they have a machine to do that, and they put this machine. It's a large machine which is placed on site at the big industrial companies, and they turn the carbon into nanotubes, which they then can sell at a profit. So what they're actually doing is taking carbon which they're normally taxed with and selling it at a profit. And so effectively what we've got is this small company virtually in the middle of nowhere that has pretty much created a potential solution to climate change.
And how do your one-to-one meetings work within the conference?
I'm actually pleased you asked that question because normally you go to conferences and you exchange business cards, but we've got a dedicated room, in fact 2 rooms adjacent to the main event, where we'll have round tables where companies can present to a group of investors, and we'll also have pre-qualified one-to-one meetings where we will actually allocate before the event people to meet with investors and companies, and that way we can ensure that companies can do business at the conference, if not at least start that ball rolling, than just the sort of normal way of hoping to meet someone.
So tell me what the real benefit is for delegates.
Well, Kirsty, as well as listening to new technologies and hearing about the developments within the industry, what it really will do is make people better investors. And the way it does that is by giving the opportunity to really listen to what others have done, the mistakes they've made, and not just listen to projections, but actual real facts and figures. And the idea being is that if you spend 2 days listening to case studies of people with lots of experience, there's very little doubt that you're going to learn a lot and that you're ultimately going to become a better investor, and that's exactly what people are paid to do. The decision makers are paid to make better investment decisions. But I'm pretty sure that people come to CEPEC for 2 days and they'll just get it, because they will learn so much. It's really a crash course for becoming a better investor in the sector.
So Melvyn, what else can people expect from the conference?
Well, there's a few nice parts to the conference. One of the things is we've got a panel of family offices. It's very unusual for family offices to be present at a non-family office kind of conference, so it's a good opportunity to meet people you would have difficult access to. And then we've got a nice drinks evening on the evening of the first night, which is going to be a good way to relax and to get people to meet each other without having to worry even too much about sort of the business side of things. So we're hoping it's going to be a good event all round.
So what do people have to do to get involved, or if they have any questions?
Well, I mean, lots of the information is on the website, and that also has a registration process, so people can get on and register. It's all online. It's very simple and very straightforward. But of course, if you've got any questions, then we can help you with those. Just call the phone number that's really on the website, and we'll be able to help you. That's not a problem.
Thank you very much, Melvyn.
It's been a pleasure.